2025 was one of the best years of my life and I saw the most amount of growth. I was able to get into the best shape of my life and I was able to start my dream business of helping others achieve their dream fitness and health. And I was able to do all of that while still maintaining an A average in my university. In this video, I'm going to go over 3 things that helped me have a successful 2025, and I'm going to give you some practical strategies that you can implement right away so that you can achieve all your goals in 2026. The first thing I did was I made an identity shift. The reason why most people struggle is because they're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focusing on the outcome-based goals, such as, I want to lose 50 pounds, I want to build a toned body. But this is the exact reason why you're still stuck. Instead, you need to focus on changing your identity. For example, you would say something like, I'm a person that loves to go to the gym and fitness is just part of my life. And when you start to do that, your goal of losing weight, building muscle, will just happen naturally as a byproduct. But you also need to understand that your identity can also work against you. Think about the phrases that you tell yourself every day. I'm not a morning person, I can't go to the gym consistently, I always fall off with my fitness during the holidays. They may sound harmless, but the moment you label yourself as that person, your brain looks for evidence to prove it true. And every time that happens, whether that's skipping the gym or just struggling during the holidays, you're continuing to reinforce that identity. And that is why we see so many people struggle with the same thing for years and years. When your identity is incongruent with the things that you're trying to achieve, it's going to be very difficult for you to achieve the things that you want because you won't be able to stay consistent. And even if you were to actually achieve that goal, you're not going to be able to sustain it because that's not who you are. You have to realize a true behavior change happens when you shift your identity to the person that you want to be. And I want to tell you a story. Over the winter break, I was eating out every single day, meeting friends, and just celebrating the holidays. And that caused me to gain 10 pounds. And when that happens to someone, most people will be stressed out that they've, lost all the progress that they've made, and they're just going to be super worried. But for me, not once was I stressed out about me gaining weight. And the reason why was because I know that my identity is someone that loves to go to the gym, that loves to eat healthy. And I know that once I just get back into routine, it's going to be very, very easy for me to lose that weight and just get back into shape. And that identity allows me to stay in shape all year long. So true behavior change really happens when there's a shift in your identity. Secondly, you need to stop being comfortable. This past year, I pushed myself to get outside of my comfort zone several times. I was doing things that I've never done before. I was doing things that were scary and things that I just normally wouldn't want to do. This is a conflict that most people don't realize that they are stuck in. You want better fitness. You want to be in better shape. You want better health. You want to make more money. But you're also too scared to do anything that is uncomfortable, and you just stay inside your own little bubble. And you continue to do this despite knowing that growth happens outside of your comfort zone. And think about it, it's easy to just order takeout. It's easy to just stay on the couch and skip the gym. You're continuing to do the easy thing that is comfortable for you, and that is why you're still in the same position. So don't just know that growth happens outside of the comfort zone, but actually own it and actually execute it this year. Third is community. Your surroundings and your community matter way more than most people think. Your identity is shaped by the people that are around you, people that you spend the most amount of time with. And it's also shaped by what just feels normal in your environment. So when you're surrounded by people that are lazy, they don't eat healthy food, then that's the norm. That's normal for you. Whereas if you surrounded yourself with people that go to the gym regularly, they take care of their health, and they're always striving to become the best version of themselves, then those things start to become normal to you. And when it feels normal, then you're much more likely to actually start doing them. And it's not gonna feel like you're forcing it when it's out of the norm. And now these are practical ways that you can start to build better habits and ultimately build that identity that makes you bulletproof. The first strategy that you can use is something called temptation bundling. Basically, what you're trying to do is that you're going to link something that you don't wanna do with something that you like doing. For example, if you're wanting to build more muscle, you know that you need to go to the gym, but you don't enjoy that. But you enjoy watching shows on Netflix. So what you're going to do is you're going to pair them together. In order for me to watch Netflix, I have to work out first. So you would say something like this: after I go to the gym, then I can watch my favorite shows. And because you're going to want to watch your shows, in order for you to do that, you need to go get in a workout. And the next strategy you can use is just reframing your language. Instead of saying things like, I have to eat healthy, I have to go on these walks, make a small change to that and say, I get to work on my health. I get to go to the gym and improve my body. Think about it in a more positive way, and it's going to be easier for you to stick to it long term. And I recently read a story where this person asked this person in a wheelchair that if it was hard just being confined to that. And the guy in the wheelchair said, not at all. He was actually super grateful because of this wheelchair. And he was super liberated by it. Because without it, he would have to be just at home all the time and he wouldn't be able to go wherever he wants. So stop viewing these habits as a punishment, but think of it as a tool that will give you the freedom later on. And the last strategy I have for you is be aware of your environment. Your environment is the invisible hand that's shaping your behavior. If your environment is full of junk food, other distractions, then it's going to be so hard for you to stay on track and to eat clean consistently. For example, in the environment that you live, in your house, if you buy a bunch of junk foods, bring it home, and you make it super accessible, then it's going to be super difficult for you to resist the temptation for those foods. And think about exercising. If your gym was so far away from your house, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to go to the gym 3 times a week, maybe after work or when you're tired. Instead, try to find a place that's closer to your house. Maybe you're just doing home workouts. Maybe you're just going to a gym that's closer to your workplace so that you can go right after your work. And when we start to make it more convenient and there's less friction around you actually going to the gym or getting in some sort of exercise, then you're much more likely to go consistently. So start to understand how your environment is making it such an uphill battle for you to work on this new habit. And make the adjustments that you need to make so that all these become easier for you to do. So those were the 3 strategies that I want you to implement in 2026 so that you can start to build good habits. By doing that, you're going to build a stronger and stronger belief that you are that identity, the version of you that is successful and has control over their health and fitness. And I say this with so much conviction. Stop being so comfortable in 2026. Keep pushing yourself to do something hard, something that is scary. What is the worst thing that's going to happen? Get rejected? Fail? In the grand scheme of things, even if you fail, you're going to grow so much from that experience that it's actually going to help you so much in the long run. So that is it for the video, and these are the things that I did in 2025 that helped me have such a good year and have so much growth. And I want you to achieve all your goals in 2026 alongside me. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you are wanting to achieve your dream fitness this year, then you can DM me on Instagram and I will see how I can help. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.